So you've never heard this?
Never heard this before. No, this was just like furniture in our house. This was just always available, and I never took it for a spin.
Sean, do you want to do the intro?
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. Are we recording?
We're recording.
Can we curse on this?
Better play it safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to another goddarn episode of Off the Records with B-Money and the Okaman. Ow woo!
Freaking out! Woo!
Freaking ow woo! Our guest this week is Daniel Kibblesmith, author, writer, comedian.
Yeah. People usually assign that to me.
Author and writer? Wow.
I'm an author and a writer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is two different things.
It is two things.
That's right. 'Cause some of them are I write comic books, I write television. If I said I was an author of comic books, I think that would be pretty disgusting.
Right, yeah, and an author of a TV show.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be entirely
Yeah.
He's a staff author.
I really consider myself the author of the piece.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't.
And then comedian, I just like hang out with comedians, I think, at this point.
But you've done live comedy.
I've done live comedy. I
That's
have
really
in my life done live comedy.
That's all that matters, I think, at the end of the day. When you want to be called a comedian, have you ever done live comedy?
That's it.
I don't think you even have to do it live. You can just do it on TikTok.
That's true.
That is true now.
Anyone could be a comedian.
Yeah.
Or most people are.
And I just got SNL for doing a voice that is ostensibly my mother.
Congrats.
I pretend to be my mom, and I talk my phone, and I'm on Saturday Night Live now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Look
it's
at
going
that.
great.
That's great.
Oh, I just got fired.
Oh,
I just got fired.
They found his old tweet.
The tweets where I say my mom doesn't really talk like that.
He was only half pro-Israel.
Is that the rule of SNL now?
It kind of seems like it. I'm not going to tell tales out of school, but
This is your podcast. I don't know what we talk about.
I don't know.
yeah, we don't get political at all on this podcast.
But we're getting political today.
We're getting political.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Actually, this is the most political we'll ever get. Although we did
we did that Spiro Agnew one.
Yeah, where I felt like I didn't know what the politics were of that album.
That feels like that does feel like what we're about to do, but much worse.
It was the guy who wrote this, the album we're doing today, which we're going to keep hidden for you guys.
Yeah. It's a secret.
But he was
Not
trying
in the title that you clicked on.
He was trying to cash in 12 years later by doing Spiro Agnew because he didn't think like Nixon was like a funny enough character.
Okay.
Boy, was he wrong.
He was so wrong.
Yeah.
I guess if he saw Dick, you know the movie Dick.
Yeah.
He would have
great.
It's the best movie ever made, I think. I remember
top 5.
I went to see that on opening day. You want to know why? This is actually really a humiliating admission I'm about to make.
Because you and I are approximately the same age, and it had the blonde teen idols.
I mean, I love the blonde teen idols, but that's not what got me into theaters.
You thought there was going to be a giant dick in the movie?
No. No. It's actually more embarrassing than that.
Okay.
I went to see it the first day it was released because Jim Brewer was in it.
My God.
That's not so embarrassing.
It's pretty embarrassing.
You're a big Goat Boy guy.
So I want to amend something you said earlier. You don't become a comedian by doing live comedy. You're a comedian if there was a time in your life where you would go see a movie because it had Jim Brewer in it.
Kinda, yeah.
And just your celebrity focus is so skewed.
That's jarring to me because I was just talking about this with somebody this weekend that a lot of people that we meet who do not enter comedy did not give a shit about celebrity, and I've been obsessed with it since I was a child.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, like I've talked about this on another podcast, another humiliating thing about me. And it really shows that I know how to pick them, is I was the vice president of a celebrities fan club in 1998. Does anyone want to guess who it is?
It's Sugar Ray.
Sugar
Mark
Ray?
McGrath.
No.
I'm not even... Wait. I'm gonna
99, a celebrity from 99.
I'm going to take a wild flyer and say it's like Beavis and Butthead, like it's a fictional
God,
character.
I wish. That would be cool, and I would be talking about... That would be my Twitter bio. This is like something I've held back.
Comedy guy?
He's a comedy guy now. In 1998, I guess he was a funny part of a movie I really loved. But he wasn't a stand-up.
1998, part of him what you really loved, he wasn't a stand-up. God. Oh wait. Well, no.
Now he's a stand-up and he's a podcaster.
Now he's a stand-up.
Jeremy Piven?
It's so close. You have one of the initials.
Sean was the vice president of the Jeremy Piven fan club.
You have one of the initials.
Oh, there's a guy who went to Hams.
Jay.
The J, yeah.
Jay. It's not Jim Brewer. We did Jim Brewer.
It's not Jim Brewer and it's not Joe Rogan. I can tell you that.
Good on you, man.
Yeah. Although I did love news radio.
No, of course. It was a different world. Not to be confused with the other sitcom called A Different World.
It's actually, this is more humiliating than the Jim Brewer one. And I used to
Jamie Kennedy?
It was Jamie
Oh,
Kennedy.
yes, of course.
And I used to talk with him
I'll stand up now.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I was 1998, I was 13 years old. I would chat with him online and help him. Like, he was selling his like stuff on eBay, and I would help promote it in like message boards.
He was like low key Dane Cooking it a little bit. Like he was ahead of the curve on like the parasocial relationship career.
He was. Jazami was his the name of his AIM name, and he was really kind to his fans. And I have not run into him since I've done comedy. I saw him once at a gas station on Los Feliz yelling at his girlfriend.
Oh, really?
And I almost...
You should have gone up and introduced yourself.
Aaron talked me out of it. I was going to be like, I could ease the tension here by being like, hey, you used to talk to me when I was a 13-year-old boy.
That's your like your de-escalation training. That's like your Subway Angels move is to be like, we're AIM friends.
Yeah, we're AIM friends.
I used to be the vice president of your fan club, but now I want to be the president. Now that I see,
Amy, it's me, DeGreat123.
So he, for sure, would think you were going to shoot him.
Probably.
That's like how John Lennon died.
Like, I've been waiting for this. You finally got out of your matte black Bentley, which I can't believe he has.
I don't know. That sounds about right.
He made a lot of money on The Mentalist.
Oh, he was on that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
That's so crazy.
Was
There's
he
all
like
these-
their hacker? Or?
He kind of was. Yeah,
there we go.
And this is like right after he broke up with Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, wow, you dated her too.
That would send me to MAGA too. That would destroy my brain.
There's a whole like The Mentalist. Like I used to have a joke about that show Bones.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because it was on for like 20 years, and it was like, I don't think anybody watches it.
It's the
like
most
a money
popular
laundering
show
scheme.
in Fox's history, and I've never met a
I've
person.
never met a person who's
I
talked
don't know
about
any
Bones.
fans. I will say I stumbled upon, because of like Netflix thumbnails, the season posters for Bones are all really funny. Like what would have been the DVD boxes for Bones are really, really funny, and they make it look like. Stop listening to this podcast and Google the Bones posters. It looks like a sitcom where a married couple is raising a skeleton. Like there is his little.
Because there's always a skeleton, no matter what.
And there's always gallows humor in the show. So all of the art for the show Bones, it's like they're in an Alf situation, but with a talking skeleton.
Yeah.
I don't actually. Now that you're talking, I'm like, I really have no idea what Bones is.
So she's.
I know it was a show, but
So Bones is the woman, Emily Deschanel.
her name's Bones.
Yeah, like it's her nickname.
So.
Yeah, because she's like a crime scene investigator or like a
forensics
person.
Okay,
and she's autistic. Like she has.
Off to a great start.
She has Asperger's.
The 2010s, man.
And then David Duchovny's like your classic, or not David Duchovny, David Boreanaz. He plays like a by the books cop.
Okay.
And they have a will they won't they because like he's like a cop and she's has Asperger's and like and then John Francis,
the two opposites.
Yes, yeah. Like she feels nothing and he feels nothing because of the circumstances. And then John Francis Daly from Freaks and Geeks is like a morgue technician on it who's like the comic relief.
I have seen Little Bones because I've seen him in line. They did a tie-in with Avatar. They did a synergy thing where he hooks up with a girl dressed as a
Were
Na'vi.
you guys on the Bones fan club committee?
Yeah, I ran it.
It turns out we've both seen every episode of Bones.
I used to talk to JFD a lot on AIM. He was 11, I guess.
You guys really know a lot about Bones.
Well, yes, and this is actually Daniel's here because we're launching our other our sister podcast, the Bone Rattlers.
It's going to go longer than the show Bones.
Yeah, it's Bones ep by ep, and we wanted to call it Bones Brigade, but Stacey Peralta issued us a lawsuit.
Well, The Mentalist falls in that category. That's why I brought up Bones, is because it's like I know The Mentalist existed in my world for a decade or so.
It was like quirky procedurals.
Mentalist, Bones. There was The Profiler.
Did not remember that one at all.
There was the one with Patricia Arquette where she's
medium.
Yeah, she's the
I know about
medium.
medium.
Oh wow.
She which by the way seems like cheating in solving a crime if the person could talk to a ghost.
Yeah. Yeah. She should be the only cop, I think.
Yes.
Everything should just be outsourced to her nationally.
And
isn't that with Sylvia Brown? Remember her? The lady who used to go on Montel Williams?
she was wrong all the
She's
time.
always wrong. It's so confident. So confidently.
No rules to this. This is why we live in hell. Because you can just go on TV and you can be Dr. Oz and be like, here's how you get rid of a ghost.
Yeah.
You could just be fingering your enemies in that way of being like, I think it was Daryl who lives next door to me. He doesn't take his garbage out every week.
It was my brother who drank the last Pepsi.
You're not going to find the body, but the ghost is real.
Yeah. Well, she used to do shit like somebody be in the audience of Montel and they'd be like, yeah, my grandmother, or they would say oh yeah, my cousin was missing, and she'd just be like, she's dead. She's at the bottom of a river. And then the person would be found alive. But she would just confidently be like, yeah, no, your mom's dead. She, they set her on fire. I see. Yeah. So forget about her.
And has she got any comeuppance for this?
She's dead now.
Yeah. All right. The ultimate comeuppance. But she did die in a golden mansion.
I mean, she probably, I
want to assume
might have some books and stuff. But she was hired by, I just read something about her not that long ago, and she was hired by cops. I guess cops hire these people sometimes. And
so
she
funny.
was
You shouldn't be
wrong
allowed to do
100% of the time. And she still gets gigs.
That's so funny. I do like when Jimmy Carter did say, we hired a psychic and it worked. You guys know that he did let slip once that, they were looking for a downed aircraft or something, and they hired a psychic. And Jimmy Carter just blurted out, yeah, so I guess that's real. It's
good old Jimmy Carter,
it's worth
last
looking up.
good president.
Yeah, he was pretty loosey-goosey.
He was a good
He
guy.
was. I mean, everyone hated him at the time, but history has shown that Jimmy Carter is a good president.
He was a good
man, at least.
Good person.
A good person.
He was the Habitat for Humanity the last 5 decades of his life.
I grew up, I swear to God, I'll never forget, the first thing I ever heard about Jimmy Carter is my mom told me he was a peanut farming motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, I can't like this guy. I don't like peanut farmers.
I'm not clear why those things go together, but
I mean, she loved Reagan, though. She loved him so much.
Well, yeah, your mom just, she's a real sucker.
She is a sucker. My mom is speaking of mediums, she was conned so hard by John Edwards.
Oh, I remember that guy.
Yeah, she was going to all of his. And
She saw him live?
She saw him live 8 times. When my little brother died. So she was trying to transfer.
Oh yeah, you got to cut her some slack for that.
I do cut her some slack.
Well, no, I mean I was saying that to myself.
I
wasn't telling you how to.
I literally
deal
had a
with your mom.
realization at my last therapy session that made me stop going to therapy. Is that my mom was also affected by my little brother's death. I thought it was all about
just
me.
dawned on you?
Yeah. Obviously me, the main character of the family.
Yeah.
that seems fair.
Yeah, I'm the boy who meets world.
Is it too late for a Jimmy Carter segue?
No,
Has that passed into
no.
what
We're freewheeling here.
what we're doing today? I don't want to drive. I just want to be a responsible guest.
No, that's fine.
Please. Literally every episode we do kind of dovetail. It always dovetails into Jimmy Carter. So this is actually
Magnificent.
Yeah.
Great. So we did Carter Corner. I'm
We're
really
doing
glad I could help
We're
out.
doing it a little early this week, but please.
Is there another Jimmy Carter story that you have?
Do I have another Jimmy Carter story? I read Reaganland recently, but it's a long book, and I wish I'd retained more of it. I mean, when I read Nixonland, that's why I'm baffled that they thought that a Spiro Agnew, I don't from the history I have read about that era, I don't remember Spiro Agnew being the main character.
Well, I think like as time's gone on, like after Nixon stepped down and like you got to listen to those tapes of him like really being mad at all of the family, you kind of realized that Nixon wasn't just like he was like
He was
insane.
just like a square. Like,
yeah,
that was
like,
the narrative at the time. Was like, oh, he's very like buttoned up and square. And
yeah,
grumpy.
he was just like a dorky conservative guy. He wasn't insane.
Yeah.
I
He was getting drunk and talking to the paintings and stuff. God, I want that. I want that. That's my retirement plan for sure.
I love that era of like presidents. They were all kind of nuts in a different way.
And
like,
recording themselves 24 hours a day. That's like the craziest part.
yeah, they were kind of the original podcasters.
Yeah, I mean, it's so fascinating because it's like, we talked about being celebrity obsessed, and I think that like we've entered an era where you are kind of, average people have the potential to be a celebrity, briefly or permanently. And before that, you really did have to kind of like, chisel your way into this like great man, canon. Like the average person got to be a celebrity like if they graduated from something or they were getting married, you had to be a special day.
So somewhat extraordinary to be a celebrity. And now it is like it's so easy.
Yeah, and then
You just have to know how to work a computer properly and get your videos into
like
everybody's
quick
face.
cuts, like cut before like you realize the audience isn't laughing when you're like, oh, this guy's a plumber. Like,
get out of there.
Well, I think it's about like getting it into everybody's. It's like when U2 put their album on everybody's phone. Like that's what everybody's doing somehow with their TikTok account.
At that moment,
that.
Everyone knew who Bono and The Edge and Larry Mullen Jr. were.
And ironically, that's their best album in my book. It's my favorite U2 album. Is that
is
iPhone
ironic.
album. Yeah. Like I was so mad they put it on there, but and then I was like, wait a minute, this is the best U2 album I've ever heard.
Is that the one that's like uno, dos, tres, cuatro?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
I've listened to, like
come on,
40 seconds.
Come on, feel the noise.
That is my favorite.
A little place called Vertigo.
Is that the one?
I think so. That was at least.
That's the same record?
Yeah, I think that might be.
It's a blur.
God, have you ever listened to like early U2?
Yeah,
I probably
they
heard
fucking
more
rule.
They were
early
great.
U2
Yeah, there's a
than the
reason
big
that they
stuff.
are like one of the biggest bands in the world.
Yeah, I really like I don't. It doesn't stick in my memory as the same way as the hits, but I really like all the early U2 that I've heard.
It's really fun.
And their Live Aid performance was, I think, memorable.
Incredible. That's when he's like.
He's like waving some kind of flag.
Yeah, the IRA
Nazi
flag.
flag.
The Nazi flag.
That's right.
And then like the audience is booing. He's like, "You're not ready for this, but your kids are gonna love it."
And then he punches.
Bono quotes.
That's where they got. Back to the Future stole that from Bono at Live Aid.
That's right. He went back in time to Live Aid. Saw Bono. I think the chronology of this is correct.
Yeah, it all works out. Live Aid's 84.
Yeah, you're right. So he went back in time 1 year.
Yeah, one day. Marty McFly went to Live Aid. That was him.
I love this. I like fan fiction about movie characters just doing like kind of like regular stuff.
They never do that in movies. Like if like you never hear because like in 1985, like in Back to the Future, theoretically he did watch Live Aid.
Yeah,
right.
He
There's no cultural anchor point.
He would have been aware of it for sure.
Like
it just didn't come up during that movie.
Yeah.
Yes, and like I want you to tether it to the real world a little bit. I want him to know, be like, hey, this guy who's judging if I get into the Battle of Bands looks suspiciously like Huey Lewis.
Oh, you know what else? Now that you bring it up, nobody takes a shit in that movie. Nobody takes a big long shit.
No,
in that whole movie.
No, but they do imply that Doc Brown was on the toilet when he came up with.
He falls off the toilet and hits his head.
His head. So he's taking such a huge shit, he passes out.
I was going to say rockets into the ceiling. on a column of exhaust.
Really blast.
Yeah, he
off.
gets like Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Like hits a pipe, and then that was. I was a child or children when that was new, and I thought that he looked old in the past and in the future. It was never clear to me that like 15 years for Christopher Lloyd was not like that long a time.
I didn't know that Christopher Lloyd was a young man in Back to the Future because he's like old now.
Yeah.
And I thought like that's how old Doc Brown was supposed to be, is how old he is now.
Because he has old man hair, like cartoon old man, like Mad Scientist hair.
Yeah.
So he has. So when I was little and I saw that movie, I was like, okay, so you went back in time, but he still looks essentially like an old man to me.
Well, it's like an Einstein situation.
Yeah.
It just looks like that.
Yeah.
I know I'm being unfair. But at the time.
But it is odd. Like, he was probably what, 32.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do
Half my
like
age.
they fixed his hair in Back to the Future 2 and 3 to make him white. Because like I would say in the first one his hair is like cigarette stained yellow.
Yeah.
And it's disgusting.
Okay.
But that's also the vibe, man. Like that movie is like, it's like grungy in a way that I feel this way about Ghostbusters too. Like once something gets canonized, I think people kind of forget how much we liked about it is that it's like grimy and casual.
Oh, like the idea that like the Ghostbusters are like busting ghosts with cigarettes in their mouth.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
it
great.
fucking rocks.
It's like working class like garage type shit, and then the children remember it as like very soaring, and now we're locked into this kind of like reverence. That
where it's like no, they were dirtbags.
they were dirtbags.
Yeah, like
Doc Brown was a huge dirtbag.
you meet Venkman, and Venkman's like trying to fuck a college girl. Like that's the introduction to him. He is not saving a cat.
He's electrocuting a guy too.
Yeah,
for no
he's
reason.
who, by the way, just found this out. That guy he's electrocuting, one of the great punk photographers, late 1970s, early 80s.
No shit.
It's like his only acting role, but he's like. He took so many of like the iconic pictures of like Blondie and like the LA punk band.
That's extraordinary. They must have just like been buddies. Like,
yeah,
that's so funny.
I think like Aykroyd met him through Belushi because like Belushi was like friends with like the Dead Boys and Fear.
Yeah.
It fucking rocks. I love Belushi. Got into the blues. Did Blues Brothers. Like this is lame. I like punk now. It lets you know that he stood for nothing. Like, he was just looking for the next cool thing.
He's just having fun.
College freshman kind of brains.
Yeah, that's what I have. I'm like Belushi's like me, except I like I respect women a bit more.
Yeah, I've heard stuff. Yeah.
Were you talking Jim or John?
John.
You're just saying Belushi.
Nobody's-
Okay.
Jim has unfortunately a hard case of younger brotheritis where he's trying to be his older brother. He just wants
I
to be a
think
blues
things worked
guy.
out just fine for
Jim?
Jim Belushi. Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
He's kicking around.
Yeah. But you know who things did not work out for?
Oh
Who?
boy.
Mr. Vaughn Meader.
Vaughn Meader.
The star of the first Family R album this week. It was written by Bob Booker and Earl Dowd. Earl Dowd did the Spiro Agnew album. And this album is like one of the most successful comedy albums in history.
That's great. Well, yeah, and if you've ever been to a record store or a thrift store, you've seen this. You will recognize this cover. You see it at every used record store.
Well, and at a glance, it looks like the Kennedys, which is the entire point.
Yes. Do you want to know, can anyone guess how many albums this sold?
Oh Lord. I'm going to say 4 million.
In the 60s, was it?
60s. 1962.
Well, there wasn't a lot of entertainment available. What did you say, 4
I
million?
said 4 million.
That seems like a lot, but I think it could even be more. 11 million.
It sold 7.5 million copies.
That is unreal.
It went to number 1, and it was at a point where basically it sold 1 million albums a week for the first 6.5 weeks of distribution.
Lord.
And
Wow. So this Vaughn Meader guy did okay. Well, he was only so Vaughn Meader is the guy who
plays Kennedy. He's like basically
Era. Is that what he does?
pretty much. Yeah, I think everyone's
Well, get
Kennedy.
ready for a lot of that.
I think everyone's Kennedy impression comes from this.
It's like the
Oh,
walk-in
sure.
impression.
Yeah.
He's got to kind of codifies it in that Dana Carvey way.
But this is like, this is pre-SNL, so this would be like the equivalent of like Daryl Hammond doing a Clinton album if there was
Right.
no such thing as SNL.
Yeah.
And it was immensely, immensely popular. And then the worst thing ever happened if you have one character. That character gets assassinated.
Yeah.
In maybe the most public and shared tragedy in
Where
modern
there's just
history.
nothing funny about it anymore.
Nothing funny about it. And everyone equates you and your face as like his.
Yeah.
So it just destroyed his entire life. And he had to disappear because nobody liked looking at him anymore.
He should have just grown a mustache and let his hair grow out.
Yeah, I think he just turned to the drink.
Yeah.
Yes, which
Yeah.
was an option.
It was an option, and
always
honestly,
an
it was kind of what you did in the 60s.
Before.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly higher on the list of options at that time. It remains an option, certainly.
Yeah.
The only time he's ever talked about it, he talks about where he learned that Kennedy got assassinated, and
I'm sure because everybody remembers. That's part of it.
is he was hailing a taxi cab in Milwaukee, and the driver recognized his celebrity passenger because that's how recognizable Vaughn Meader was at this time, and goes, "Did you hear about Kennedy in Dallas?" And he goes, "No. How does it go?"
Oh, he thought it was a joke?
He thought it was a joke. Yeah, just beginning to end, this guy's life sucks after this album. So we are listening.
I'm sorry to
How
laugh.
does it suck? I mean, it sounds like he had a pretty good run there for a while.
He had a year.
Oh, it was just 1 year.
It was
that
a
all
year. So this album sold over 7 million albums, and then he did a quick follow-up called Volume 2 that did 6.5 million.
Jeez Louise.
And then Kennedy died a month after that album came out.
Extraordinary. And he must have done like Tonight Show or something.
Yeah, he was going
must
on the
have been,
Tonight
like,
Show as
recognizable.
yes,
Of course he was.
So he doesn't do anything from this album to 1971, where he does another album where he plays Jesus, written by Earl Dowd.
Oh boy.
Nobody likes it. And then his next appearance is in Linda Lovelace for President as
man.
Walter Winchell.
It always comes back around to Deep Throat somehow.
It always does. This is my other expertise is the golden age of pornography.
Sure. Sure.
Well, should we listen to... I've had this...
It's so sad that JFK missed the golden age of pornography. He would
He
have
would've
really
loved it.
enjoyed pornography
Linda
on
Love-
that scale.
He would have had sex with Linda Lovelace,
yeah.
I think so.
as a goof.
on screen.
I think that JFK, had he stayed with us, would have just like, okay, who's the Marilyn Monroe of right now? Like I got to keep my legend going.
I would argue that he would have saved Sharon Tate from Charles Manson if he was still alive.
Sure,
JFK would have.
sure.
Because he would have been there having sex with her.
Oh, yeah.
That was in an early draft of the movie. I want to say, as he came in a
Yeah, Tarantino saved both.
profiles in courage, and he came in a parachute. And
He high fives Cliff Booth. Era. I'm pardoning you for killing your wife.
us joking about it makes Tarantino's actual decisions feel like pretty unacceptable. Like pulling at that thread even for like 1 second made me question whether or not that should have been allowed.
Honestly, I know that it's bad that he like saved them at the end, but that movie fucking rules.
That movie's amazing. It's so good.
I think, you know what? I think Tarantino should just keep... I know he only wants to make 10 movies, but I think he should save everyone who died tragically in a movie.
That's it.
Rewrite history. Oh, I was just talking about Leslie Van Houten. She was the cutest Manson girl.
Oh, yeah.
She just got out of jail.
She did?
Oh, hey.
Well, like a little while ago.
I think she's single.
I don't think I want to try and have sex with her anymore.
You know who gets a bad rap, I'll tell you right now, is Squeaky Frome.
Yeah.
I like Squeaky Frome.
She's still in jail?
I think it's the name. I think it's just like she's a shinier object, you know?
I think Squeaky has been out of jail. I think she's dead now, but I do think with Squeaky, she didn't go to jail for the Manson crimes. She went to jail because she tried to assassinate Gerald Ford.
Yeah, right.
That was my understanding. Yeah.
Which is like, honestly... Think about this. Like, you are a shithead teenager in LA in 1967, and all of a sudden, your name is remembered for generations just for being, like, kind of a shithead. That rules.
It's pretty
Best
amazing.
case scenario.
You joined
Kind of
a
a
club of awful people.
I mean, honestly, as somebody who like wants my name to be remembered, that's best case scenario for me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You could
Getting
still
involved in a
shoot
cult.
Gerald Ford.
Yeah, getting involved in a cult. All you had to do really was have sex with that old man who.
The Spawn
Spawn
Ranch
Ranch guy. you got to know a bunch of icons.
yeah.
It really was. Like people do talk about it, it's like the Warhol factory. They use the exact same language to describe this.
It really
It's amazing.
That is so spot on. It is exactly like the Warhol family. Like, and honestly, there's really no true difference between Andy Warhol and
Charles Manson.
And Charles
Yeah,
Manson
just-
in terms of. Andy Warhol did it in a slightly less problematic way, but he was taking advantage of lost lost teenagers.
He was a cult-like figure
Yeah.
who built this organization around him. Absolutely.
And what I love about Warhol is you hear all these stories, like all he did was he would just be on the phone all day talking shit about his friends. And I'm like, I love that. Like they did that play Pork. And it was all about Bridget Polk, who's like from like the famous Polk family, and like she was like overweight, and
this is already so classy.
and all he would do, the whole play was about phone conversations he would have talking about how fat she was.
Jesus Christ.
And she was in it.
She's in the play.
She's in the play.
This was the power that he had over this world.
God, we need to bring that back. Just having like high-powered bitches.
Is that a record? That must be recorded?
It has to. I don't know if it is, but I've always been interested in it.
Probably.
That's an
well, should we
episode
listen
for sure.
to some of this?
Yeah.
I've
I'm
avoided listening
I'm a
to
little
it.
procrastinating.
Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling we're going to regret it, right? Well, I mean, it's going to be so dated and like it's.
Yeah, I mean, this is a full 13 years before comedy's invented.
Well, let's see how it starts off.
No, I've been putting this off because it was in my house when I was born. So I've been putting this off for my entire life.
I've had it for a while and I've never been compelled to put it on.
Oh.
And then you see it at every record store.
Also, I was wrong. I just want to fact check myself. Squeaky Fromme is alive, and she is still in prison. She's in there for life.
I guess if you try to kill a president,
Yeah,
that's pretty bad.
It's frowned upon.
Now more than ever. Let's be clear about that.
Yeah, listen, we're not a political podcast. We think everyone should live.
No matter what you do or believe, you should stay alive indefinitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm speaking to you from a typical American home in Hyannisport, Massachusetts. Since January of 1960,
I already don't like it.
This family of smiling and happy people
Just setting
have
it up.
undergone a change. You might say they've been engaged in a new and different type of experiment. Sir, as head of this average family, what was this new experience undergone by you and the members of your household?
Well, after 2 years of brushing with the Crest toothpaste, our group had 21% fewer cavities with Crest.
One assumes this was like how ads were structured at that time.
Yeah,
Well, people are just enjoying the impression. I
the
think.
impression and like the president would never say this.
They're not a regular family in a Crest commercial.
Yeah, I mean, even his bio.
Is this the structure? Is it like little?
I don't know.
When compared
Yes.
with the current financial deficit on
It's little
hand.
sketches.
Now, I
kinda thought
trust
it was
that
like a
answers
play.
your
I
question
thought
about
it
your
was like
weekly
one long
allowance,
narrative.
Caroline.
We're all figuring it out together.
Next,
This united the
question.
country.
I should
7
like to
million
ask a
copies.
question about
would you stand, please?
Yes, I should like to ask a question about.
Would you identify yourself, please?
I'm your wife. And I should like to ask the following question.
No, speak English, Jackie.
Is that a joke about Bouvier? Like
French
that's her
name.
her maiden name.
I don't know. I don't know enough
I guess
about
so, yeah.
her.
I'll say it right now though, the actress doing Jackie O. God damn, that's horny.
Oh yeah, you're horny for that lady.
I'm
laying
horny.
it-
Like,
they're
why
laying
is she
it
so
on.
breathy?
I have bad news for you, Sean.
You think she's bones?
She's passed away.
Oh no!
Yeah, she's bones in the ground.
However, I would prefer it if in the future we stuck to coleslaw. Next question. Yes, the baby in the back row, baby John. Well, I believe I answered that question at dinner last night.
Now, could you just remake this album beat for beat into a Trump impression?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, like,
probably.
I guess, like,
You'd have to
If you
update some of
remember
the.
Gary's
references.
isn't that really like what the President Show was? Is like the Anthony Atumniak show on Comedy Central.
Oh, right, yeah,
like
yeah.
it
Just
really
Get a
is
really good impression and start pointing him at stuff.
exactly. And like, I mean, I feel bad for John having to hear this.
They're making fun of me for being a baby.
For being
yeah.
a baby.
Oh.
No, just one
That is
year
pretty
later,
rough, yeah.
1 year later, he's in a little suit with shorts,
saluting
in front of his dad's casket. Vaughn Meader, rest in piss.
How dare you? That's the first time. The first time I ever saw my dad cry, he was describing John saluting the casket.
Honestly, I think that's probably like one of the most indelible images of
I think that's when certainly when men his age like learned how to cry. It
Yeah.
was
like that's you, and that's
pretty good.
I think that's why you can't have like a 4-year-old to be president anymore.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't want to chance it.
It's too much responsibility.
It really is. Like that was we just elect the oldest guys possible.
Get as far away from that as possible. I think Obama is a better fit for this though, because it's so like reference, like the Obama impression, like the Obama family. I think is a more one-for-one comparison to this.
Is there an iconic Obama impression? Like, is it Jordan Peele? Is he the best Obama?
There weren't a lot of them out there.
Like Jay Farrow, I don't want to give him.
Well, hey, I'm Obama. See, I do. It
Michelle.
Let me be
Malika?
clear. A lot of
Melania?
Let me be clear.
Isn't that crazy that one of his daughters named Melania and Trump's wife's named Melania?
It's wild.
We've talked about this a lot, and I hate to.
And nobody's ever pointed it out except for me.
Yeah, I don't think her name's Melania.
Well, I beg to differ.
Obama start Melania Obama?
Yeah, Melania Obama. I think
Rolls off the tongue. Are you sure?
Well, now that she's a Hollywood screenwriter, she goes by Malia Ann. That was what her Sundance short
Oh, okay.
was credited as.
Is it good?
I mean,
spectacular.
listen,
It's
Watch
Yeah.
it, Sean.
I have not seen it, so I can't. But
it's
like,
a short film. Nobody's seen it. You can't expect us
I
to have
have-
seen a short film at Sundance. Where would that even be?
Vimeo.
I will say,
Not Vimeo.
I'm so vote blue. No matter who it is, I gave it 10 stars on Letterboxd.
Sure. You got to log short films on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
Get your numbers up.
I said it's so good. I forgive the droning.
Well, let's hear some more of this. Yeah, this is well.
Why? Because it's my ball, that's why.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Alvin, great question.
There's a new bit. This might be great.
Yes, sir.
The Malayan ambassador for dinner.
One moment, sir.
I like this one so far.
Yeah, I like that he has a lurch.
Yeah. And that somebody just rings the doorbell at the
The
White House.
Malayan ambassador for dinner.
So we're bracing ourselves for a foreign
The
character
Malayan
right
ambassador for dinner.
Yes. It's going to happen.
The Malayan ambassador for dinner.
Daddy, it's the Malayan ambassador for dinner.
Tell him it's tomorrow night.
left to assume he's getting a fat blowjob by how they're laughing at that non-joke.
So is this a play?
There
is like a record. Like I'm trying to.
There seems to be an audience, but it was recorded at the Fine Recording Studios in New York City. So it's kind of like, I think a lot of comedy albums from this era were in
like a radio play.
And like friends and family were invited to come in.
You do like a kind of a quasi live to tape and get audience reactions onto the recording.
It's cheating.
For sure. It's wrong.
It sounds like a lot of people.
Because other people laughing, I am tricked into laughing myself.
I know, and I do think maybe like, because I know my dad is like this. I think he's still stuck in the way of he doesn't know when to laugh unless other people are laughing, and I do think that seems to be what comedy, the basis of comedy for years and years.
Certainly at this time. So, like, okay, how influential? I know it's successful. How influential is this? Does SNL like exist without this?
You know, that's a great question. I do wonder if they don't do political satire.
Like they don't have a guy doing the president.
Yeah,
that's like so in the DNA of SNL is to have the guy doing the president.
Yeah, were people doing like Eisenhower impressions? Like on Milton Berle's
I've never
show of
heard
shows,
the
like
phrase Eisenhower impression.
Yeah.
Not ever have I heard even the concept of an Eisenhower
So who was the
impression.
first guy they started?
I think it's JFK, because that's why this is so remembered as like, and why it was so popular. It was like the first time political satire was even allowed.
Yeah, and the what I'm realizing actually listening to the record is like that the first family, the reason it's the first family is that there were kids in the White House. And he was a young president and there were kids in the White House and they were like famous and they were like part of his like political
Well, and it was like
brand.
TV. Everybody had TVs now, so it was like the first kind of like they were just they knew this president and his like life more than any other
Celebrities in a
president.
different way and a parasocial relationship that you wouldn't have had before. Yeah.
What's fascinating to me, like staring at this cover, is Vaughn Meader doesn't really look like JFK.
He does not.
And
He looks more like Bobby Kennedy.
Yeah, and I don't know why people would be like, I don't want to see his face. Like,
That he could have
Well,
just had a
they're just
variety show or
associating.
something.
They just associate him with. They're just like, don't like you were
Don't-
making fun of that guy. Shame on you for making fun of him. But you should have known he was going to get his head blown off on live TV.
It's your fault.
Yeah, he just kind of looks like a man.
Yeah, you
Just
gave
looks
this-
like a kind of Ken doll hair.
You gave the CIA courage to do it.
You made him look weak.
Yeah, you know our foreign dignitaries are listening to this album laughing at him. Era. By the way, I was expecting, I think maybe just because I grew up on The Simpsons, I really wanted him to sound more like Mayor Quimby.
Yes.
Wow.
He sounds like Kennedy. It's a good impression, I think.
Yeah.
I haven't heard like a lot of Kennedy, but it sounds like Kennedy.
Honestly, he's good. The Jackie O lady, she was a Copa girl before this.
Oh yeah,
Love
that.
Love that.
Yeah, that's her name is
This is
Naomi
Charles
Brassard,
Collinsworth at the White House in Washington.
and she was discovered as one of the fabulous Copa girls. She studied acting with Herbert Berghoff and promises to be one of the leading young comedians of our time. Never heard of her.
What's her name again?
Naomi Brassard. We should call Zach Broussard. Their names are similar.
Over here on our left, we will be in the Calvin Village. Which was named after our 35th president. I can't help but wish your cameramen had opened the doors before they moved their heavy cameras through them. The doors, incidentally, were a gift from Mrs. R.C. Greenleaf of Raleigh, North Carolina. They were made out of solid oak, and up
7
until a few
million
seconds
copies of
ago,
it. Like
they
you,
still
well, I
were
mean,
very
it is.
high.
It's we can't really. I mean, it's just like
They were
That's like
lovely.
Billie Eilish numbers now.
That's pretty good.
Well, like in 1960, what is this? Like 61 or something?
Must have
62,
been.
yeah.
They're like,
before-
let's look at the charts. Okay, Vaughn Meader's First Family. Like the Beatles are like 3 slots underneath.
I mean, this is 2 years before the Beatles came to America.
Oh, okay.
So this is but this is number 1 for 6 consecutive weeks.
1 million albums a week.
But like, it's also you said it earlier. It was an era where you couldn't own a VHS tape. Like to have media like this in your house. It was like you had Mad Magazine.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, thank God somebody made a funny record. I can listen to this over and over with my friends and memorize it, and be that kind of.
And they're making
dork
fun of
for
the
first
president.
time.
Yeah, and like conservatives could like it because they're like, oh, his family is dumb.
I mean, were people that polarized then? I don't think so. I mean, I think people were
It was like
probably
Catholic stuff.
Yeah.
I know about that, but I don't really know how real that was at the time. Or if
That's
it's just,
true. People weren't as polarized, I think.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they were just like, well, he won fair and square, so we all support him.
Yeah.
Except for, the
The CIA.
CIA and
Sam
the Federal
Giancana
Reserve.
and communists. Yeah, of course.
That was a funny on that Dennis Miller album where it's just like, like Jack Ruby. They're like, oh, the guy who owns the strip club is here. Just let him in. Yeah.
Let him in close to the prisoner.
Well, let's see how this first.
Paintings on the wall.
This
I wish
I
you would
get
point
because
them
she
out.
was famous. She gave a
Well,
tour. She gave a tour on television or in the
Oh,
newsreels.
yeah.
Yeah. Jackie decorated the White House and gave a tour of
I mean,
camera.
did Jackie O actually sound like this, or like speaking
Yeah.
voice?
Big one over there.
How is everyone not just like bricked up all the time?
I think they were. I think they were.
She sounds so horny.
She was a real piece of ass.
it. And yet he strayed.
Yeah. God, I wouldn't have time to run for president. My wife was like, "Oh, right this way." She talks like the hot alien Mars Attacks.
That's why it was Marilyn Monroe. He was like, I didn't know a woman could be breathier than my wife. You guys are so good at kind of like whisper talking.
I'm gonna say it right now. This is the best album we've ever listened to. I love it.
This is the one.
We've listened to like 30 seconds of it. I mean, we really aren't giving it a chance,
Nah.
but it's.
We're also not-
I think we've all kind. I think we all had had something in our head of what it was going to be, and it's pretty much that.
It is that. Yeah, there's no real twist to what I was assuming.
Just kind of hanging out with a Kennedy impression.
But there might be. We aren't. Is this available for streaming?
It's gotta
Maybe
be.
this is still
It feels-
generating some income for the Meader. Did Vaughn Meader have any kids?
This feels too monolithic to not still be like widely available to me. I'd be very surprised if something like this went away.
Yes, this is still available for streaming.
Wow.
Yeah, just Volume 1. Volume 2 is not available for streaming.
That sounds right.
That one's too close to home.
I mean, there might be some killer bits. Like this might not all be referential of the times. Like there might be some funny, just evergreen.
Some writing that isn't just how they talk.
Yeah. But I do think that's I think people are just so tickled by a guy who sounds like the president. I think that's the biggest part of the entertainment
Gently
value.
subverting a guy that people largely like.
Yeah.
Is having he's a regular guy because he has a family.
He has no kids, was married 4 times. And he's actually the only person in history to have a #1 album but not a #1 single.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because none of these would have,
Yeah,
on
like-
their own,
Yeah,
like rocketed
Like
to the.
Wolfman Jack's not like, "Awoo! Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. Grab your kiddies, it's motorcade." Again, I think I have I don't get who Wolfman Jack is. In my head, it's the guy.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a DJ, right?
Yeah, he's a DJ. But I don't know if he wooed.
If he didn't have been lied to by like Simpsons and SpongeBob, all the.
Do you really think you can get away with this?
Well, Pierre, I've been criticized in the newspapers for the big parties and the state dinners. Now we've got to cut down, and economy starts at home.
All right, if you say so. Oh, here they are.
All right, gentlemen, let us be seated. Mr. Adenauer, if you will sit next to your friend, Mr. de Gaulle. And Mr. Castro, if you will sit here next to your friend, Mr. Khrushchev. Mr. Nasha, if you will sit here next to Mr. Ben-Gurion. I'm sorry, Mr. Nkrumah. If you will sit in between Mr. Ben-Gurion and Mr. Nasha, then you can turn either way. Now, Mr. Shankai Shek, would you please sit there beside Mr. Khrushchev? Oh,
Yeah.
good. Now, before we get down to the business at hand,
We were just
I
talking
think
about like
lunch
not really
would be
giving
in
us a
order.
fair chance.
Yeah, I know. We kind of dipped in at a bad time. It's like,
Man, you really just had to be there for that.
well, I mean, we knew what we were getting into.
Yeah.
This was just like, I
Here's
mean,
all their names.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Can you
but,
imagine?
Can you imagine doing that now? Like, if you go to like the Elysian Theater and you're like have Trump being like Mr. Putin sitting next to like Kim Jong, like that's not a bit.
It's just, I guess, like references, just that
Yeah.
these things wouldn't have been
He's just
touched upon
saying
by
names.
comedy.
Well, they were, he's painting a picture of some, scenario where he's telling world leaders where to sit.
I guess
And that was
there
that
must
was
be
good.
there must be a punchline, because at the beginning they were talking about like how it's like a budgetary concern or something. I don't know.
There's a good phone call. A friend of mine, Scott Colonico, makes these like little documentaries from the White House tapes, and there's a phone call with when Jackie O was going to give birth. She was pregnant with I don't know, one of the kids, and there was some. They at like an Air Force base, they made like a little room for her and like got all this furniture shipped in. And then there was like a newspaper article like, oh, the president spent $2,000 on all this furniture and shit. And he's calling. He's like, who's that? Because there's a picture of like this army guy next to the bed. And he's like, who's that idiot next to the bed? I'll put it in here.
That's a good question.
Yes, sir. That Air Force has caused itself more grief with that silly bastard. Did you see the post this morning? Yes, sir. I'm looking. See that fella's picture by the bed? Yes, sir. And you see that furniture they bought from Jordan Marsh? What the hell do they let the reporters in there for? Are they crazy up there? Now you know what's going to do. Any congressman's going to get up and say, Christ, if they can throw $5,000 away on this, let's cut them another $1 billion. You just sank the Air Force budget. You're crazy up there. Are they crazy? That silly bastard with his picture next to the bed? Sir, I'm appalled, but... Well, I'm appalled, too. Now, the thing of the matter is, I'm going to get that furniture. I just told Sylvester, and you can talk to him. I want to find out if we pay for that furniture, because I want it to go back to Jordan Marsh's. All right, sir. Then I want that fella's incompetent who had his picture taken next to Mrs. Kennedy's bed, if that's what it is. I mean, he's a silly bastard. I wouldn't have him running a cat house. Christ, they're not all incompetent. Is that the way they're throwing money around over there? You better look into it, and especially when you told me that they hadn't spent a cent. Well, sir, this is obviously... Well, this is obviously a fuck-up. That's okay. That's right.
That rules.
Yeah, it's really good. He's just like, what the fuck, man? Like, why is this in the paper? Like, take all the furniture back. And who's that fucking idiot next to the bed?
See, that is so much more humanizing to me than this record is. Like, than the imagined, like, comedic foibles.
I think that also just... I think we need to go back to that kind of like putting the pressure on presidents like that, where like $2,000 to build a place where your wife's going to give birth is not a lot, but like he's like embarrassed that it's out there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like, like nowadays, who knows what's happening?
you can do
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say
it's a
that
whole different reality.
they've changed it to the Gold House.
Yeah.
Whoa! Because it used to be white.
It was
I wanna
white.
say. Yes.
Yeah,
And
now
now
it's
gold. That's right.
The Gold House.
That is
your new favorite
brutal,
bit.
Sean.
It's my new favorite bit. I'm a satirist first.
When is like does Capital Steps happen? This feels like very Capital Steps flavored.
Capital Steps, I'm so fascinated with them.
Is that later though, right?
Yeah, I think that's like 80.
That feels like
80s,
I'm Alive and it's on PBS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love the Capitol Steps.
No, you
It's
don't.
kind of my dream to get them on this podcast, so I can never reveal how I truly feel.
Are they still doing it? Like,
Yes.
what do you
Yeah, they're doing
even? It's just like
The
nothing.
most recent Capitol Steps bit I have heard was still some time ago.
The
and it-
deficit rag.
Is that real?
No.
That's the Simpsons one, right?
Yeah.
The most recent real one that I'm aware of is when Hillary Clinton was trying to get the New York Senate seat, and people were like, "Oh, she doesn't live in New York. She's not from New York. She's doing this reverse carpetbagger thing." And the Capitol Steps did a song called "I'm Just a Girl Who Can't Say Yo." She's not real.
I'll try
She's
to
not a
find
real
that.
New Yorker, and New Yorkers, as we all know, say yo to each
Yo.
other
Listen, they don't have any current.
because they'll be shot.
Oh.
They'll be assassinated.
I have to. I'm breaking news.
Are they going to be here?
No, they have retired.
No,
They've retired.
dear.
They retired a week after January 6th. January 13th, 2021, the Capitol Steps announced via Twitter they were shutting down after
Yeah.
39.
That makes sense.
We don't know how to really do this.
That's what I
anymore.
thought. I was just, they're just like, what do we even do now? Like, everything's moving so quickly, too. It's like by the time we write a musical number about something, it's going to be there's going to be 10 things that happen.
The idea of combating January 6th with their brand of comedy is, I think, to have the presence of mind to make that decision.
Well, you
is
know what we
really
gotta do?
Admirable.
We got to start our own Capitol
The
Steps.
new Capitol Steps.
Capitol Steps,
Their
yeah.
last
A
show,
punk rock version.
the last show they toured with, premiered in 2017, called Orange is the New Barack.
That's
I
kind
mean,
of
I
good,
love it.
actually. I
wish-
sort of like that.
I wish I had got.
I don't think I would enjoy the show, but I think the title's kind of funny.
You're laughing. You're laughing as you walk into the theater, and that's the best you could do at a Capitol Steps
That's it.
show.
They warmed
There's
you up and
something-
stopped
yeah.
there.
I've thought there's been a few occasions where I saw they were performing somewhere and was like, we should get tickets, and just never pulled the trigger on it.
You kind of assume they're going to go on forever because there's no defining voice of the Capitol Steps. They are a unit that you could replace with the next generation.
Yeah.
They
It's like
feel
the Blue
like-
Man Group.
I was going to say the Harvard Lampoon. You
Yeah.
know, just this thing I don't care about where there's always a new dork who's able to slot right in.
I think you combine the two. They are a combination of the Blue Man
Yep,
Group
no, we
and the
got
Harvard
it.
Lampoon.
Capital Steps, how would I describe them? Well,
But we should start the new Capitol Steps. We can,
yeah, I think this is a good idea.
they were too buttoned up. We're
Yeah.
loosey goosey with it.
Yeah, we'll say swear words. And
Oh
stuff.
my God. Yeah.
But it's
ass.
what's so fascinating to me though, and I should have gone because it's like going on a safari because you're going to be in a theater, and they weren't small places they played. They were
Sure,
like
yeah.
1,500 seat theaters, and there's 1,500 people that are like, let's go see these people sing
right.
songs about
Funny
the
songs
president.
about politics.
Yeah, and-
NPR used to be something that could really generate something like the Capitol Steps, having a tremendous touring career. I mean, they started in 1981, so it's from Reagan's first year until the
January
Capitol was
6th.
stormed.
Jesus.
It's so funny they stopped a week
That's
after.
Maybe they were just like, people are going to associate our name with the Capitol, like the Capitol Steps. That's where all those people were.
Yeah.
That's those.
They were on the Capitol Steps waving flags and shit.
Oh, so that's why they had to get out. So they were like, oh no, they'll think we're those guys.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're too old to change our
They could
names.
have done a Michael Jackson parody with "Shaman," the January 6th shaman.
Oh God, Sean.
So no, I got there.
I'm sorry, but this get used to it for the new Capitol Steps.
Right, of course. This is how edgy we're getting.
So much work.
Shaman.
So much work. Yeah, I look at the Capitol Steps and I think so much work.
It's just like so. You have to write all the music.
What's a song with dance in the title?
Dancing in the dark.
Oh yeah, Dancing in the Dark.
Dancing in the moonlight.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Ooh, sure, fits right, just right.
You know what I would do? I just saw one battle after another last night. I could do she was a Slovenian girl, right?
Yeah.
'Cause she was. She's not from here.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Well, the Capitol Steps didn't do like Weird Al versions. They wrote their own songs, didn't they?
I think they did a little both because I'm just
there
a
were
girl
some
who can't say
parodies,
yo. It's
yeah.
a parody
okay.
song for sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Hey,
impugn
listen, if you
that.
want to do all originals, I'm okay with that.
Well, that's where the money
Well, I'm
is.
thinking of that. What's that guy's name that had the red, white, and blue piano on PBS? He wasn't part of the Capitol Steps,
Oh,
but
God,
I know him.
I totally conflated these, though.
yeah, I kind of
thought he was part of it.
conflate them too, but because it's the same audience. Like if they're both playing in your town, that's a really hard decision to make.
That's but one of them is going to open for the other. You know, I think that's one festival.
Mark Russell.
Mark Russell.
Yeah, I absolutely thought this was the same enterprise.
He died.
Oh no! When?
Yeah, January 6th, 2021.
Oh, he got killed on the Capitol
He
Steps.
was killed by the
Wait,
police.
maybe we're just uncovering a big conspiracy.
It was a conspiracy.
Yeah. Maybe the Capitol Steps were behind this January 6th riot.
They were the first Kimmels. Like they had to be silenced because their satire was so powerful.
Ariel Pink killed them
right.
so he could replace them.
That's right.
Well, should we listen to a little bit more?
Yes.
You want to go to side 2?
We're already
Okay.
halfway through side 2.
Okay, great.
I just put the needle on
I think
there.
that being short, I don't know if we're skipping ahead or if this is a short record, but I think being short helps something like this sell 1 million copies. You just kind of burn through it.
It has a very distinctive
It's always
air
this
about
lady.
it, and yet it is conservative. I like it.
Ah, you make me so happy. I have thought, and I have decided to name this after you, the First Lady. Eh?
Merci, Jacques. I don't like to tell an artist what to do, but I wondered, would you mind if I made one small change? Could you remove the top button?
Ah, madame, a wonderful idea. Of course, that is the touch you need.
It's so many albums because everyone was jerking off to it.
I think
this was before phone sex.
Au revoir, Jacques.
Oh, madame, you make me so happy. Mrs. G, rip the top button off those 5,000 first ladies and put them on a rack.
We not missed the setup to it.
Right?
but-
Did we miss the setup?
I don't know. Let's listen to the next one because there's going to be a new one now.
Magazine section of the Times.
I'm doing the puzzle, darling.
Well, then give me the book review section.
Here you are.
There's a
Isn't
regular
it nice
family.
being here alone on a Saturday night? Just the two of us for change.
That's what you said last Saturday and the Saturday before that and the Saturday before that. You want to see a movie?
Fine. There's a wonderful abstract Swedish picture playing.
I knew you'd say that. I know where there's a good Italian movie playing, seeing as how you like foreign films.
Wonderful. Which one?
Hercules, starring Steve Reeves.
That's pretty funny. I like that.
I knew you'd say that.
Well, there must be something to do. I just feel so guilty just sitting here, like I'm cheating the country. You want to go bowling or something?
I can't. I lent Ladybird my ball. What are the Rusks doing?
Almost
They're
a
always
joke.
entertaining.
Funny.
We could call them and you could feel them out.
I'll call.
Somebody popped a boner. Oh, it's the phone.
Mr. Rush, please. The President of the United States.
That's good, Jay.
Yeah, that's good.
Hello, Dean. No, it's not an emergency, not a big one. Well, I wanted to know what's going on there. I hear noises and laughter. Oh, a party, isn't that nice? The Rusks are having a party, Jackie. I was just telling Jackie that you were having a party. Yes, she's here with me. We're home alone tonight. Just the two of us. She and I, no one else. Alone. The two of us. What? What did I call about? Oh, it's not important. I'll discuss it with you on Monday. Yes, thanks. Oh, and Dean, if you get any political questions that you can't answer, be sure and call me, because I'm not going anywhere. Jackie and I will be home, alone, Goodbye.
So is the joke here that he's like sad? Like he
Yeah,
wasn't invited to the party?
Yeah, I think the joke is that he really does not want to be alone with his wife because
okay.
they have
yeah.
they have such differences.
Yeah,
and
that sounds right.
It feels like the writers of The First Family are really attacking Jackie for liking Europe.
Yeah, she's like she's very fancy. She's like
having esoteric tastes.
Yeah. Well, she was like, I mean, she came from money and was like this sophisticated, like.
But the Kennedy family also came from money.
Well, yeah, no, but I mean, but
they're
I
playing
think she's
football and being on the beach.
Yeah,
doing
they're
fun
more
stuff.
American. Like she's more of a like aristocratic.
Kind of. She wants to watch Ingmar Bergman films,
yeah.
and he wants to watch sword and sandal types.
This is like kind of at its strongest when it's like really sticking to the premise, which is like, what if they were a regular family?
Right.
Yeah.
Like I like the bit, the dinner when they're having dinner together, but he does it like a press con. Like that feels like the first when they do their brainstorm. You know, that feels like the first one they write down. Like, his family dinner would be like a press conference, and the baby would talk.
That was something that I felt like they missed so much, but like on the Spiro Agnew one, they had like that one good one that was like a boxing match, but it was like about who knew bigger words.
Right,
between Spiro Agnew and
that's like a structure.
William F. Buckley.
Yeah. Like them being stuck at home on Saturday night, not having anything to say to each other because they're just a married couple.
Yeah.
Hanging out at the White House.
Hanging out at the White House alone. Like, did people at the time know that he was like cheating on her left and right?
There was a joke in that one where it felt like they did. When he said, "I feel like I'm cheating the country," and the audience laughs like a little too hard.
Because when he said that, I was like, "Is that like was that?"
Did they?
I don't know.
I feel like
I don't know if he had like a
no,
womanizing
because that would have
reputation.
been. I feel like he had this like pristine reputation up until he got murdered, and then all that stuff came. Because people wouldn't be like fucking tripping over themselves in love with the guy if they found out that he was like banging Marilyn Monroe.
And like the family, I mean, that's
like
how
there was
the
no
record
like
gets
National
made.
Enquirer or anything, or maybe there was. I don't know.
Yeah, I will say like. When was the Marilyn Monroe like singing "Happy Birthday" to him? Because I often think of
I
like
mean, it must have been 60 or 60. You know, it's such a short.
Yeah, you only have like 3 years,
right? So yeah,
or
he's
2 really.
Elected in 60 and dead in November 62. So
like, and I think
all
like,
that shit happened immediately.
I always think that Marilyn Monroe thing. If like I was having a birthday party and then like some lady that like I kind of know sang "Happy Birthday" to me like that, my wife would be very upset.
Yeah.
But she's a bitch.
Hey, can we bleep that? I'm just kidding.
Everything
she doesn't
pisses
listen.
her off. Yeah. Well, let's hear the
big closer.
Yeah. What are we going out on?
Whatever the last track is. I'm exhausted.
That makes sense.
Daddy tucked you in, and you've had 3 glasses of water. Now, good night.
Tell me a story, Daddy.
Oh, come on, sweetheart. It's late.
Just one short story, Daddy.
Oh, all right, just one.
Tell me my favorite story.
About the tall man?
Yes, with all the hair.
Well, there was this tall man
With a lot of hair.
And he was Prince and a great warrior. And the people of his country picked him to be their leader because he could protect them and lead them on to the new frontiers.
Tell me about when he had the trouble.
Well, Caroline, first he had trouble with the Steel Duke. And then all the money lords... Then all the money lords gave him trouble, and then all the other lords wanted to take his job away. But when he talked, everyone believed him, and he remained as their leader. Now, one day, the evil prince with the black beard from the island in the south, and the terrible fat bear from the cold north came, and they tried to hurt the prince. But the prince was too smart, and he chased them away.
Fun.
So the handsome prince and all the people of his country lived happily ever after.
Oh, I was scared. But hooray for the prince. And thank you, Daddy. Good night.
Good night, Caroline. Good night.
These sessions do him so much good.
That's good. It ends strong.
Going out on that, I think is pretty solid, actually.
Yeah,
The first
family.
I like, I mean, it's just too old.
It is too old.
Great. It's great, but there's a reason that
you kind of
why would you put it on?
I mean, I feel like we were probably the first people to listen to this album in 30 years.
You know what you two...
Like on the Earth. Like
on Earth.
Yeah, I think that's probably correct. Yeah.
Yeah, the aliens that found like the who was that guy? Carl Sagan sent that record up into space. They've heard it. But us.
If anybody's listening to this, it's because like they're a widow and it's like puts them back in they feel like he's in the house again.
They should, you two should put this album on everybody's phone next.
Yes, they have the technology.
Everybody waking up and this is on their phone.
They have
They're
this
like,
big
what the
lever
fuck
that
is
they've
this?
only thrown once, and it was selfishly
Doing, like that the movie Yesterday, where it's like, what if you wake up and no Beatles songs ever existed?
Oh, yeah.
What
Sure,
if you wake up and this is the only album that ever exists?
The cab drivers are just like banging the side of their door, going like, Mr. Castro, you sit here.
These sessions are so good for him.
Oh, he said it.
Well, I got to say, everybody, this is an album that you've seen around, I'm sure, and now you've heard some of it.
You've heard some of it, and maybe you laughed, maybe you didn't.
If your parents are dead, you have a copy.
Yeah, honestly,
go dig it out.
I would say the majority of these have been inherited and then sold to Goodwill.
Sure, yeah. Sold. I'll take your best offer on this.
Hey, don't break my balls, Goodwill. This is a genuine collector's item.
I mean, if no matter
this
where...
guy died. Kennedy's dead. This is very valuable.
No matter where you are, just go to your local Goodwill or used record store, and I guarantee you will find at least one or two copies of this album.
Yeah. But honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
It's not bad.
We really didn't listen to a lot of it, but it's not bad. It's just kind of like why it's not like interesting at this
Even
time.
for the time, it seems very breezy.
It is. It's quite frivolous.
Well, it's like a new. It's a new thing. Like they're just like we were saying. There were no like Eisenhower. Like this was like, oh, we can take this, king and satirize him and make the it was like like pre-Saturday Night
And we
Live.
also like largely like him. Like that this is going to be like so experimental and so toothless at the same time.
Yeah.
Toothless is the perfect way to describe it. It really has no bite.
Yeah.
But like
he's never like, Jackie, I'm in here jacking off. Jackie, get it?
Era,
jack me off, Jackie.
Era, eat my ass, Jackie.
Era, I'm gonna shoot my goo. Oh! He turns into Dice.
Yeah. John Dice Kennedy.
little baby.
DFK, Dice F. Kennedy.
Dice F. Kennedy.
Era, oh!
What was was it horny Biden?
It's not, horny. Yeah, horny Biden.
This thing has like so little power. There's so little gravity here that you guys just immediately leapt to this thing you enjoy more. Just like immediately. Like this is so in the dust.
Daniel, is there anything you would like to promote?
Yes, absolutely. I write for television shows, including a television show you wrote for.
Yeah, Strip Law, coming to Netflix February 2026.
Yeah. So, if you have Netflix, keep having Netflix. I write books and comics, and my next book is from Marvel and Chronicle Books, and it's called So You've Been Bitten by a Radioactive Spider, How to Survive the Marvel Universe. So
hell yeah.
It's really funny. It's like weirdly, I did a huge amount of research. Like I now know the difference between cosmic rays and gamma rays and all of this, like, if it's the same editor as the worst case scenario guide, if you remember those. So we wrote a worst case scenario guide for the Marvel Universe.
Gamma rays turn you into the Hulk, right?
Gamma rays turn you into the Hulk. In the Marvel Universe, they do, yeah.
And what did they do in real life?
They give you cancer.
Oh, man.
Same with the radioactive spider.
I've been trying to become the Hulk for like a week
now.
buddy.
Oh.
Isn't that's what...
You got to talk to Hims.
Is that
when you put your son in the microwave, that's you were trying to
that's
turn
right.
him into the Hulk.
Yeah, I wanted a baby Hulk, which I've never put him in the microwave.
That's dead, that whole rumor.
That bit's dead. The Shaquille O'Neal one's dead, even though people.
Oh, he couldn't fit in the
Have you ever worked with Shaquille O'Neal? People are asking for this on the Patreon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I have no firsthand stories. I did hear that after he saw the 2002 Spider-Man movie, he got so excited that immediately outside the theater, he tried to climb a wall and fell.
Is that true?
I've heard that it was true, yes, but I've been having trouble sourcing that anecdote. That he was just like so hyped up.
Maybe I have spider abilities from seeing a movie.
I want to hang out with Shaq. I mean, that's the kind of
being
energy
a
I
kid,
want to
you
be
know,
around.
just and he's a big Superman guy. Like everyone knows he's a big Superman guy. So, but the Spider-Man movie also did it for him. So he tried to climb.
What I love about Shaq is he conceived his children on a Superman emblem-shaped bed.
To imbue them with a baby Hulk.
That's what he slept in.
Are you sure that's where those kids were conceived, though?
I mean,
could have been conceived anywhere.
So he's
not the butt.
Oh, that's a good point. He's so tall that bed, by virtue of being shaped like a little diamond, must be like gargantuan.
It is. I think he has a specially made
Jesus, room.
bed for Shaq body.
That is extraordinary. I love the Shaq cast.
Well, thanks for joining
Brendan,
us.
you have a show you want to promote. Opening
I?
for the Cyberbullies.
Oh, yeah.
October 17th.
October 17th. That's some... I don't know where it is.
Yeah, follow you on Instagram.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram.
And please write reviews and follow us and tell your friends.
Yeah, don't tell anybody about this album.
No, tell everyone about this album. And I think I have nothing else to promote outside of Strip Law.
And Disorderly
Security,
Yeah.
which I think is now an Exorcist movie.
Well, we were going to throw Frankenstein in there too.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna crack it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, to another episode of Off the Records with B Money and No Comment. Awoo!
Awoo!
You awooed.